Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where of course it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto, it's December 16th and you know the drill. I've got all this morning's news surrounding La Vega Signora. We're going to take a look at Mercato Rumblings. We're going to take a look at another contract extension where negotiations have begun. We're going to take a look at player statuses, what their return dates are, and who's set to miss the opening match of the second half of the season against Cremonese. Then we're going to take a look at Vlahovic. That's right, Vlahovic. A lot of rumors, a lot of questions from Juventini, and we're going to talk Vlahovic in this video as well, so let's get into it. Alright, Juventini friendly reminder to like the video and of course subscribe to the channel as it all helps as we continue to grow the AJC army. Alright, before we get into the news, we have some sad news to tackle, and that's for Juve fans that enjoy Serie A in general. You would have definitely known about Sinisa, Mihajlovic, more currently ex-Milan and Bologna head coach. Who could forget the drip that used to rocking the sidelines there? But for us older fans that go further back, he spent his time playing, making his name for himself in Serie A between 1992 and 2006. A free kick specialist, a warrior, incredible vision. He was a great player, and for me, he's associated with my younger days and just coming into following Serie A and Juventus and whatnot. So it's a sad day, as at the age of 53, he has passed away and lost his battle with leukemia. Thoughts and prayers with his family and loved ones. All right, rest in peace, Sinisa. Now, with Juventus news, we're going to kick things off with the Mercato Rumblings. All right, so Mercato Rumblings as far as Juventus goes and Karsdorp, they are no longer following the player and his status. They have decided to abandon that route. Rabiot, we know where everything stands with Rabiot, and he is most likely heading on his way out because a renewal would only be on his terms, and those are already deemed too high by Juventus. One of the names that they have added to the mix in his absence once he leaves is Amrabat, who had an incredible World Cup with Morocco, and Juventus is not going to be alone in looking at Amrabat, who made an incredible name for himself at that World Cup. We of course knew him and some great performances through Serie A, but now after that showing at the World Cup, he has really turned some heads. Juventus looking at him being a potential change-up once Rabiot leaves. How do you feel about that one, Juventini? All right. Now, as far as contract extension goes, we add another one to the list of contract discussions which have begun and are underway, and that is Manuel Locatelli. All right. So Locatelli is now underway as far as contract discussions go, and Juve is looking to take him to 2027. All right. Great news, in my opinion. Now, we get to player statuses and everything. So as far as the Brazilians go that were at the World Cup, they will be back and should be back just after the next break and ready to go for Cremonese. All the players that are finalists at the World Cup, which is Paredes, Di Maria, and Rabiot, will not be available for the Cremonese match and will be returning in the new year. All right. Now, Paul Pogba, obviously getting the news a couple days ago about him looking at end of January, whatnot. The news today was that he is actually a couple days away from a decisive test, which is full sprint and running on the pitch and ball work. Now, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. I don't think these people actually know the dates of what's going on, but to add things into the mix, to fuel the fire with Juventini and how they feel and whatnot, you had this to the mix this morning, which I had to laugh at, and that was that he's been invited to go take in the World Cup final. Obviously, he would have been with the French side and whatnot, so he's been invited, and Juve apparently said, no, you are not free to go. However, then was reported later by Albanese that Juve has cleared him to go and watch the final. For me, I get the frustrations that he hasn't played a competitive minute for Juventus so far this season. However, stopping him from going to the World Cup final is a little bit ridiculous in the sense that the whole team is going on a break in 7 days regardless. We have one friendly against Arsenal, which he's not going to be playing in anyways. I really don't see the break that being such a big deal. And honestly, newsworthy as what it's been made out to be in social media. It is what it is. I get the frustrations. He hasn't played a competitive minute, but the whole team's going on a break in 7 days until the new year. So is what it is in my opinion. Now, Vlahovic. We have to wrap things up on Vlahovic because yesterday I got DMs, I got WhatsApp messages, I had comments on the daily update videos about Vlahovic and all these rumors, and I said, look, we have not gotten anything from any of the strong sources. The strongest source that commented on it yesterday was Fabrizio Romano, essentially saying that, look, there's been nothing as far as any contacts go from Arsenal or Prem clubs. Today you have a report again saying that Manchester United is going to go all in on trying to bring Vlahovic in January. You also have a report that's saying that Vlahovic, after a rough go at the World Cup where he was battled with the nagging pubalgia injury, he had the rumors of the affair with other players' wives and whatnot, all that going on. He is only focused on the second half of the season and wrapping things up with Juventus. I've told everybody yesterday, and I've responded in the same manner, that we have not gotten anything from the big dogs in the journalism world that have said, yes, it could potentially happen in January. Okay, so in January, I'm not hearing anything. I even reached out to Mirko Di Natale yesterday and said, hey, can you fill me in on Vlahovic? Everybody's concerned about Vlahovic. Is January a thing? He has nothing, okay? He has received nothing so far that would indicate a move in January for Vlahovic, all right? That's it, okay? Mirko and I did not get into the summer, but my thoughts and my feelings are that in the summer, potentially things can change and maybe Vlahovic would want a move. I have many theories and beliefs about Vlahovic and whatnot, and I'm going to get into them tomorrow on the live. That's right, we're going to be live tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time right here. We're going to tackle the weekend news surrounding events. We're going to have some fun, get ready for the World Cup final. Obviously, everybody who's taken part in the AJC Ride or Die Challenge is down to myself in Argentina and Lou in France. Who's going to take it? Be with us tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun with that as well as we get close to distributing the prizes and see who's going to win what, all right? And Lou found out that if he wins, he's in for a jersey, and it's a beauty, all right? So it's going to be a lot of fun, all right? So make sure you're here with us tomorrow live. Make sure you comment your questions, thoughts, and opinions on all the news you heard here today, and don't forget to like the video and, of course, subscribe. We'll see you all tomorrow morning on the live, all right? Fino alla fine, forza Juve, ciao tutti.